Bang, we're in. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Morning JB Show. My name is James Boardman. It is Monday morning, 28th of October. I hope you had a great weekend. So this morning, if you're coming through, please do just drop a like, a comment, a share. Ask me anything you would like to in the comment section below. Anything you'd like me to cover on a JB Show. Anything you need help with. This is some free coaching, free 10 minutes, something that I can help you with. And maybe I can do a whole session dedicated to something that you are struggling with. Today, we're going to go through what I call the escape route. Okay, so it's the directional cycle, the lack of direction cycle that we constantly find ourselves in. I'm going to just go through that, see if you can recognize yourself in that, and then just give you some questions, which I usually ask to my personal coaching group, which is the Elite Operators group, which is a very, very small personal group that I work with. All right, and I'm going to sort of, hopefully, if you implement that, can maybe spur you on to do something about it. All right. So listen, the directional loop, as I call it, all right, is for a lot of us is a lack of direction. Okay, so where are we going in our lives? What do we want to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years? How are we going to get there? What do I need to start doing? But we don't have any plan. There is no map. There is no future. There is no future thoughts. And what we're doing right now is just grinding through. We're waking up, we're going to work, we're coming home, we're going to bed. Waking up, going to work, coming home, going to bed. And it's just that cycle. And there is no direction about our growth. You know, if we're in an unhappy job, what are we doing about it? If we're fat and overweight, what are we doing about it? If we're in a negative relationship, what are we doing about it? There's just no direction right now. And it's just not there yet. You're just not conscious. It's not at the forefront of your mind. It's not just a conscious thought every single day what we're going to do about that. Okay? That really leads to just drifting. And that's kind of like what I was talking about the waking up, going to work, coming home, going to bed. And you just drift from day to day, from week to week, month to month. Maybe you're doing it from year to year. Okay, maybe you're doing this for years. And you just drift with no clear direction or sense of direction of which path you're going to take, okay, with the journey. In theory, not in a journey just yet. Okay, uncertainty. That drifting, lack of direction leads to uncertainty. For me personally, I like to know where I'm going to be, what I'm going to do, what my 5-year plan is, my 10-year plan is. Even if it fucking changes, I still like to have that certainty. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It depends on your personality. But having uncertainty about what the future holds can often create a lot of anxiety. It can often create a little bit of depression. It can often create negative emotions and negative mindset. And it just spirals out of control and leads to frustration. Okay, and then that leads to frustration of maybe not being where you wanted to be, maybe not being happy, maybe not being fulfilled. Most of all, maybe not having a purpose in life. Okay, and that frustration can boil over, not just for you, but for all of those people around you that are important to you, because you become very snappy, you become very short and stressed out. Right? I think you know probably where we're coming from here. Maybe you've experienced that. I know that I certainly have before, and sometimes do. Sometimes when we don't have that clarity or that direction and we feel like we're drifting, it's like a volcano ready to explode. And that often leads to coping mechanisms. Now, it might lead to drinking, fast food, drugs, sex, affairs, whatever it is that you do on there, but it might lead to other coping mechanisms in terms of emotions, such as low confidence, low self-esteem. Maybe you feel regret because you're not doing the things you want to do. Maybe you feel scared. There are other ways other than this hard form of coping mechanisms, and that's what happens, okay? And they're the results of not being confident about our direction, all right? And this is just a constant cycle, whoosh, okay, going round and round and round, and we're just kind of trying to find our escape route out of here, all right? How do we break this cycle? This might take weeks, months, years. This is not something that just happens like today I've got no direction, so I'm just, over time, maybe we've just been drifting through life, not really reaching your full potential if that's what you want to do. Not everyone's fucking interested in reaching their potential or being the best version of themselves or having the fire in the belly. But for the people that are, this is for you. So just some questions, some statements, some thought processes that can maybe start forming and making an escape route, okay, as I call it. So what can you achieve by Christmas? All right, so we're pretty much at the end of October. Let's say by the end of the year even. Okay, that gives you 2 months. What can you achieve in 2 months? That's going to break this cycle. That's going to give you direction. So I'm thinking more direction. This is, for me, the root cause of all of this spiraling out of control. So what direction, what thing can we do here by the end of the year that's going to give us some direction? Okay, I'm going in this direction. This is where I go. Before it's fucking drifting, bang, I'm going this way. This is the fucking road I'm choosing. Whether it's right, whether it's wrong, whether it fails, whether I win, whether I achieve, I don't care. But this is the way that I'm fucking going. Boom! There. Already, guess what you've done? You've made a decision. You're not drifting. You're on a directional path. You've got certainty on that path. Okay? Yep, you're going to maybe find some frustration because you're learning and you're trying to change the way that you're doing things. All right? What do you need to do to get to the end there? So we're setting a goal. That's the direction. What do I need to achieve what I want to achieve? You know what? I want to lose a fucking stone by Christmas or by the end of the year. So what do I need to do? I need to hire a trainer. I need to hire James Bourman. I need to eat better. I need to stop drinking. I need to change the way I'm living my life. But suddenly you're starting making all of those numb and dead thoughts that are deep in your self-conscious, and you're bringing them to the forefront and being more conscious about the direction you're going, and suddenly you're starting focusing on yourself. How will this change you as a person and the people around you? Are you going to be this frustration ball of fire, this volcano that's snapping, everyone's treading on eggshells to be around? Or are you going to be happier? Are you going to be more focused? Are you going to have something to work towards? You're going to get out of this drifting and be more focused and conscious on the direction that you're going. Okay. What do you think is unachievable? Okay. So as we're going down this road, okay, there's no way I can do that. There's no way I can achieve that goal. And that's what I want you to start getting out of. Because everything is achievable. If I said to you, if you've got 4 stone to lose, and I said to you, let's fucking lose 3 stone by the end of the year. Let's fucking smash it. You are going to work your nutsack off to lose those 3 stone. I'm going to fucking push you into the ground. I'm going to be on your case 24/7. Let's get there. And let's say you only lost 2.5 stone. That is fucking insane amount of weight loss. And you've worked your nuts off to get to that target. If I said to you, let's lose 0.5 stone by the end of the year, we'd do that easy and you wouldn't be as driven. So if I 10x your expectations of yourself by saying, you think it's unachievable, let's fucking try and smash it. Because suddenly you up your game to becoming just like this bullshit, to being an elite operator, and you think like an elite operator, you act like one, you implement like one, you fucking smash life like one. Okay, and the last one is, what do you want fucking out of life? What do you want out of life? And that's what I ask my guys, okay? What do you want out of life? Suddenly we're on this path. Is this path taking you to the way and what you want out of life? All right, guys, that's Monday morning. Hope I put a bit of fire into that belly. Some things to think about. Watch it back if you need to. It's going to be on podcast later. If you want to join us for the 28-day introduction program before you do any of my programs and come into our mastermind of brotherhood, you've got to go through the 28 days because you've got to learn the basics, right? It's like boot camp. And the offer for 50 quid off ends at 6 today. So stop fucking around with this. Choose your path. I promise you it's going to be the best thing that you do if you commit to me. I hope you have an amazing day. Have a great day, and I'll catch you Wednesday.